All right, so now we're on to my mother-in-law's carrot cake recipe. And this is one of those old church cookbooks. The cover has long since come off because this is a well-used book. And this is the recipe that my mother-in-law used. Let me see if I can zoom it in for you. Otherwise, I will include it in the description box for you as well. I don't know about you, but these church cookbooks are the best recipes, the best old-fashioned recipes. The only thing is some of the things now you can't get today. So we'll talk about that in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead first and do the dry ingredients. Doubling is 2 cups of flour and 2. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And we need a ½ teaspoon of nutmeg. Nutmeg, maybe a pinch more. That's how we roll. And what do we want for baking soda? 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 1 and 2. A ½ teaspoon of salt. So if we double that, we're gonna use a teaspoon. Salt. All right, dry ingredients, let's mix them up. Looks good, we're gonna set that aside and let's work on the wet ingredients. All right, remember I am doubling, so it calls for 2 eggs beaten. I'm gonna do 4 and it says well beaten. So I'm just gonna use my fork here. And we'll plop those eggs in there. And it says a cup of oil. Doubling would be a cup. I might not use a whole cup. I might just start with like 3/4. And I'll tell you why in a sec. And then we're gonna add the sugar into this one. And I need to do 2 cups of sugar. 1 and 2. I'm preheating the oven at 350, by the way. All right, so I've just got my little handheld and we'll just give this a quick stir or a quick mix. All right, I'm going to, now this is an old recipe like I said, and so it calls for number 2 Gerber baby food carrots. Number 2 carrots were thicker. This is all I could find at the store now was Gerber Natural for Baby carrots. And this is 4 ounces and it says a 7.5 ounce jar. So I'm actually gonna use 4 of these, which would be 8 or 16 ounces. So I'm using a little bit more carrots than the recipe calls for. That's why I was thinking maybe I wouldn't do quite as much oil. Did I just splatter on my phone? So, baby food. Baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby. All right, let's get all of the carrot goodness in there. So I'm doing 4 of these. Again, that was the baby food carrots. Splattered in my face. They tasted like ground up carrots. All right. So if you guys know, maybe they don't make that number 2 Gerber. I just remember it being a jar and it was a taller, bigger jar. And this is the recipe that my mother-in-law has always used. And this was from the cookbook from her church. And I've been married for 31 years, so you can tell how old it is, and that book was well before me. Now I'm just gonna give the carrots a quick mix in here. And then, because I'm me, and I like vanilla, I'm gonna add just a little bit of vanilla extract. We'll just maybe do like a teaspoon. because I'm kind of a vanilla girl. All right, let's do another mix. Let's kind of slowly add the dry ingredients while I'm mixing. You know, I think that is looking good. So let's just see. She does no shredded carrots, none of that. We're not gonna put vegetables in our cake. All right, so I've got my jelly roll pan and I just sprayed it with Pam. And I'm just going to add this carrot cake mix. Doesn't it look good? It looks so good. So jelly roll pan, 10 by 15. My oven is all preheated at 350. Let's just boom, boom. Make sure it's all even. Look at the beautiness. All right, we're going in the oven. Stick it in there. And let's set the timer for 30 minutes. There we go. All right, next, cream cheese frosting. Need I say more? So we're gonna use 1 block, that's the 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese. Leave it on your counter overnight to get it to room temperature. Obviously, if not, there is such a thing as a microwave, but it never quite turns out right. In the microwave, sometimes it gets melty, which I forgot to take out butter, so I'm kind of running into that problem with the butter. So I use 1 block of cream cheese, 8 ounces, and 1 stick of softened butter. Toss that in there. And then I do about 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 1, 2, maybe a titch. And I'm gonna start just kind of softening this before I add the powdered sugar. All right, once we're looking like we're pretty well blended, I'm just gonna scrape it, and then let's add our powdered sugar. So I would say anywhere, depending on your taste level, probably 3 cups, maybe 4 cups of powdered sugar. So we're gonna start with 3. Are you counting with me? All right. There's 3. Now let's get to blending. Start slow or you're gonna have powdered sugar everywhere. Powdered sugar cloud coming up. Get a deep bowl. I could have used my stand mixer, but this is more fun. All right, I'm gonna go higher now. So I usually keep going for about 2 minutes so that it like almost doubles, it just gets super fluffy. But before I do that, I just want to scrape the sides. And now I am just going to mix until we are fluffy, like me. On high. I did add another ½ cup of powdered sugar and a little more splash of vanilla because that's how I roll. And that, my friends, looks beautiful. So our cream cheese frosting is all ready. I am just going to cover this with some plastic wrap. Who wants to lick the beater? I'm sure my grandson will be after that. All right. Plastic wrap, be nice to me today. There we go. It was. So we can just set this aside until our bars are out of the oven and completely cooled before we go ahead and frost. There we go. Shut it. Guess what time it is? It's time to put some frosting on these carrot cake bars. All right, we've got our frosting over here. I've just had it covered. It's been sitting out on the counter, so it should still be nice and soft. Looks beautiful. Let's just plop some on there. Plop, plop. So I just have to get all of this magical goodness called cream cheese frosting out of this bowl. Okay, perfect. Perfection. And let's get to frosting. I don't know what you call it. Frosting spatula? I am not a cake decorator or froster. I'm just a lady who likes to cook for her family. I just think it's so magical to bake your own cake and make your own frosting. I don't know. It's just kind of therapeutic, isn't it? So I found these icing edgers, and let's see, I'm gonna try this wider one first and we'll see. Should I go the long way or the short way? Maybe I'll try the long way. Oh, well, that's kind of pretty. That's kind of pretty. Let's go this way. Ooh. Try to elevate my cake decorating skills here. I don't remember if I got this at Walmart or if I got it at the Dollar Tree. So I thought it would be kind of cute to make it look like there's carrots on top. So I have these little frosting packets. This one was orange. So I'm gonna try to make some carrots. Let's see. We'll try. Just a little bit. And then we have green, so we can do like the little carrot leaves. Maybe just some little stems. All right, let's do a few more carrots. What do we think? Maybe 4 carrots there? We'll try it. All right, what do you think? Carrot cake bars. Not bad. The true test will be, how does it taste? I hope you enjoy this family favorite recipe. My family devoured this cake. They just love it. If you enjoy this type of video, please leave me a comment and let me know. I would also love it if you would subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you soon.